Half Court with your girl Miko Grimes. I'm live in Salt Lake City, Utah, where we will highlight the triplets and the ball hogs this week. Check it out.
Half Court, follow Big Three. Every city, we be litty. Do you feel me? Half Court, we be bobbing like we did it. League full of bad boys, call it Big Three. Big Three, yeah, the game go up to 50. Game is Half Court, like the show you see appearing. Baby, holla if you hear me. Half Court on your big screen, reppin' Big Three. Big Three, we be reppin' Big Three. Big fish in a big sea. Woo. Big Three, we be reppin' Big Three. Baby, holla if you hear me.
Half Court live from Salt Lake City, Utah with John Stevenson, 13-year NBA veteran.
Yeah.
What does it feel like being home? You were drafted here 19 years ago. How does it feel being home?
It feels good being back in Utah. Started here young, 18. So to be back in this arena, just bring back a lot of good memories.
You were known mostly for defense when you played in the NBA, but I know you as a sniper. I know the guns there. How does it feel playing in the Big Three with an open floor where you're able to actually, show off your offensive skills?
To me, I feel like it's good. Just go back to the old days playing on blacktop, spreading the floor and just going off your athletic ability and shooting. So to me, it's just it's like an all-star game to me. I just come out, have a good time, and play and try to win ball games.
Now, last year you played with Power. You guys won a championship.
Oh, no, the first year
you played with Power.
Yeah.
They won a championship last year. Now you're playing with the Ball Hogs. You guys are winless. What do you think is the biggest problem why you guys haven't won anything?
Just the second half. We need another score. I think me and Will, we're trying to hold the lift, but we need another 10 to 15 points. So we're out here just leaking, but at the same time, we're playing. Getting up every Saturday, Sunday to come do something that we love, and being back on NBA arena is just something special. So I just look at it like that.
Who do you think on your squad could be that third scorer that you need? Because everybody knows you need three to compete in this league. So who do you think on your team needs to step up? Or who would you like to see fill that role? It's like a 15 points.
So Marcus or JC's been hurt. We need another scorer for us to, win. I think me and Will, we get tired and just can't do it by ourselves. So if we can get another scorer, I think that'd be dope, and I feel like we'll win a couple games.
You've guarded a lot of premier players in your day. LeBron James comes to mind. How do you plan on slowing down?
It's gonna be kind of hard. It's ISO Joe for a reason. Just go out there and play a game and have fun. I've been playing against Joe many years, so I kind of know his game. But anything goes out here when somebody gets on fire, especially a guy like that. They give him the ball and just basically give him an ISO job. So we're just gonna go out there, try to lock him down, give him hard shots, which is probably gonna be hard. But that's what comes with the league.
Miko Grimes with John Stevenson and Half Court.
And the triplets go to 5-1. Say the Ball Hogs to 0-6.
Joe, we finally saw you take a seat today. How'd it feel to sit on the bench and catch your breath, wipe your sweat? This is your first sub, and we're week 6.
It felt great. I got a chance to kind of sit back and see the game from a different perspective. Obviously, us adding Jamario Moon, give him a chance to get out there and get in the flow of the game, kind of learn each other. So, it was fun, man. I was glad that we were able to come out and take care of business early. That way we had room to let, guys just kind of play in free flow. So, it's always awesome.
Lisa, you're fortunate to have 3 guys that played college basketball together. I played 3-on-3 back in the day, and chemistry is important in 3-on-3. The game's over pretty quickly. How fortunate and lucky are you to have guys that already know each other and know how to play together?
I think very fortunate. It's a blessing to the team and the guys that I get to be around week in and week out. It's been great, especially for my first time coaching and having this experience. They obviously are high IQ players, so that makes it a lot easier. They understand you can change plays on the fly and everybody has it. Defensively, they communicate, they play well, and they're unselfish. And I think when you talk about chemistry, that's probably the key to our success. And, the other lady mentioned, Joe and his leadership. I mean, we know that he's, obviously the best player and we're happy to have him, but has such great teammates. I mean, Al is a great player, and by them both being unselfish players, it just makes it work. You know, no one has to try to take a backseat to another. We have great chemistry, and it's about winning. We're all happy we move on, and, you know, to experience our first loss, we weren't happy last week at all, and we're not going to settle for that. But, you know, it was a good thing that happened for us, and we appreciate it happening early because we're hungrier, and we know what it feels like to lose, and we don't want to feel that anymore.
Half Court with Miko Grimes. We're live here in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I'm with back-to-back champion, WNBA champion Lisa Leslie, also Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Congrats on the win today.
Check. Thank you.
Check,
so
check.
excited.
Last week, I feel like you were finally introduced to the Big Three. You took your first L to Power, a good team, won the championship last year, and then this week you had to come back and play a team that hasn't had any wins yet. What did you tell the guys to motivate them to get out there and pretty much smack them around today?
Well, to never take any team for granted. And when you play in a team who has no wins, they have nothing to lose. They're more desperate and they're actually more dangerous than a team like Power. But with Power, with our loss, you know, we just came out really slow. You can't spot a team like Power, 10, 13 points, and then fight that hard to get back into the game, and we just really ran out of gas. But it's okay. I thought it was a good loss for us, if there is such a thing, and we learned a lot from it, and we'll be ready the next time.
I noticed this is week 6, and I've noticed you guys have been starting off pretty slow in some of the games. Have you figured it out?
Yes.
Today you came out a little early. What did you change?
Yeah, well, we just changed some of the plays that we would run starting out early. I thought movement would be best. But you know, we made some changes that I think that will be helping us, you know, more in the future. And it's been play changes. Initially, the movement, because you just think you kind of want them to keep it moving, keep it going. But we got a game plan I think that's going to work, so we don't have so many slow starts now.
Some other changes you had. ISO Joe, we saw him finally take a seat today.
Yes.
You guys also got Mario Moon today. Much needed scoring offense. Joe has been, you know, taking on the load of scoring a lot of the points. You've got him. How are you going to plan on incorporating him into the game?
Well, the main thing is with being here in Utah with the altitude, I knew that my guys were going to get a little bit tired earlier, and I could tell Joe actually got tired in the Power game, and I didn't really have a sub for him. I used my timeouts the best I could, so I told him we need to have a player where that he can get a little bit of a break, and 1 or 2 minutes. But we may not always be able to sub Joe. This may be his first sub and his last sub. I'm trying to tell you. But having Jamario, it gives us a lot of versatility. He can go in for Al now at the 5. He can sub in for Joe, and he could even go at the 1 depending on what size lineup we need. So he gives us a lot of versatility that we didn't have before.
Great. I noticed, everybody's noticing, the women are dominating coaching this league. You and Nancy are both being amazing coaches. You had to take your L to her, but I wanted to talk to you about the fact that college females coaching is ran predominantly by men. And 1972 Title IX was enforced, where we forced the colleges and universities to incorporate women in sports.
Correct.
But when those coaching jobs came, they were given to men. What do you think we need to do to get more women coaching us as women as well, and just overall in the NBA, Big Three, and everything else?
Yeah, I think continue to educate ourselves and apply for those jobs, and having other women coaches from other sports, even advocating for more women coaches. And that's a statistic that I hadn't really realized, that more men were coaching women. Part of it is not that we don't want to see men in the coaching game, because I've had some excellent male coaches, Michael Cooper being one of them, who I responded to great, but I had some excellent female coaches, Carlene Thompson, Marianne Stanley, Tara Vanderveer, just to name a few. So I don't know if it has anything to do with gender, just as much as it doesn't have much to do with gender with me coaching the guys. But it would be nice to see those numbers come up.
Change.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, just so you know, 40% of women's college sports are coached by women.
40%.
40%.
You gotta get that number up.
Gotta get that number up. And 87% white males.
Wow, yeah.
We gotta
we
figure
gotta
that
keep
out.
working on it, ladies.
And not a single female coach in men's basketball in college across the board.
Yeah. We got to make some changes in that. I think it has to come down to passion. If women are really passionate about coaching men, then they should really fight to do that. And if there's women out there that want to get into coaching college basketball, you got to keep working. And they're assistant coaches, and keep applying for those head coaching jobs. And hopefully one day we can change those numbers.
Well, you are shattering the ceiling once again. Thank you so much for the interview and your time. And good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you.
That's a wrap here from Salt Lake City, Utah. Again, I am Miko Grimes, and you're watching Half Court.
Half court, follow Big Three. Every city, we be litty. Do you feel me? Half court, we be bobbing like we did it. League full of bad boys, call it Big Three. Big Three, yeah, the game go up to 50. Game is half court, like the show you see appearing. Baby, holla if you hear me. Half court on your big screen, reppin' Big Three. Big Three, we be reppin' Big Three. Big fish in a big sea. Woo. Big Three, we be reppin' Big Three. Baby, holla if you hear me.